Hello everyone and welcome back to another Let's Create A, but this time it's a bit of a different Book of Shadows. It's not your classic Book of Shadows page. This one is kind of out there and a bit different. Tell me if this rings any bells for anybody. When you have a hobby or you're skilled at something and you do something for fun, you want to then turn it into a social media thing so loads of other people can maybe see that thing that you're good at, and then your hobby becomes less and less fun because you're too busy looking at the algorithm. You're busy looking at the views, you're busy looking at the subscribers, and you're trying to think, how do I outdo myself every single video? Or why isn't this video doing as well as the other video? Am I even good enough? And then you decide that this has totally sucked all of the joy out of the hobby that was once your favourite thing to do. Does that ring any bells for anybody? Does that feel like a story you've heard 1,000 times? Well, yeah, that's what I want to talk about today, and this is what this Book of Shadows page is all about. As you can see, in my usual fashion, I'm getting lots of random things, including a very strong cup of coffee, with every intention of making one hell of a mess later. This entire page has been brought to life because recently I've felt a little bit like that, like looking at the numbers and stuff and getting a little bit, just a teeny weeny tiny bit obsessed with like the views and looking at the numbers. And I just thought, you know what, no thank you. I want to do the opposite of that. Like, I kind of knew when I started sharing stuff online that I would end up in this position because my achiever will not let this go. My achiever is just like, I need more, I need better, I need to do everything just so much better, and I need to compete, I need to be seen, heard, compete. And I was like, no, we need to take a step back, please. We need to take a step back and remember why we create in the first place. And that is because creativity is my life essence, it's my soul, it's my purpose, it's what I love to do and always have done. And this page is all about that. So I did the opposite of everything that I would normally do. My intention was to basically try and make a page for my Book of Shadows that was very random, using things that I've not wanted to because I've always been like, oh, it's too pretty, I can't use it, I gotta save it for a good occasion, and then there never is one. So I gathered loads of stuff and I've improvised this page that is basically one gigantic middle finger to the algorithm and to that thought in my head about obsessing over numbers, because we don't want that. No. So I had this beautiful card that I've been keeping hold of for a while. It's very beautiful. It doesn't fit in the book properly, so I had to cut it in half, which was the first hurdle. I had to go, okay, card, I love you, but I'm gonna have to cut you in half. And I was like, I really did not want to ruin it like that, but that's the point. The point is to ruin everything this time. So, first of all, I only had one idea in my head. Everything else was just completely improvised. But what I knew I wanted to do was have a little YouTube logo dude, like a little vintage logo, like turn the YouTube logo into some sort of caricature, you know, some sort of like like a person, an entity of some sort. So I had a little bit of red card and again, these like bright colours. I'm not a very bright colour person. I like dull, I like dark aesthetics, and like I like the dark vibes rather than the bright and colourful. So again, I was trying to go a bit that way as well. So I'm trying hard with loads of scraps. I just sort of got scraps. I didn't think it through. I just gathered a load of scrap stuff, and I'm trying to create something out of basically rubbish. That was the thing I was trying to accomplish here. So I'm making the little YouTube logo first and foremost, because that's the only thing I had in my head planned. So I've got a tiny piece of bright red card, which I thought perfect for the logo, and then I have a little bit of weird magazine scraps, and then I turned that into the little pointy arrow on the logo. This was a very fiddly one. If you know me, you know what I mean when I say fiddly. It was like lots of stuff went wrong type one, bit like the Samhain one I did, just very chaotic, but it was kind of intentional chaos, if that makes sense. Intentional. I was doing everything I did not want to do. So I had these stickers from a sticker book, and I stopped using these because they're kind of a poor quality, unfortunately. And there's loads of stickers in there that I just don't use because they don't match the vibes that I want ever. So I did gather quite a lot of stickers and things like that I've always skimmed across and said no to in the past, purely because I just don't like the look of them or whatever. But I managed to use a lot in this one, which is good. So here's me trying to somehow create a little YouTube dude, little vintage guy. and he's kind of cute. I won't lie, he's kind of cute. He was supposed to be a bit more menacing, but ended up kind of cute. And I decided to put him on the front of this butterfly card. The thing with the butterflies, I've been rambling too much to explain what's actually going on. The butterfly card was great because I knew that I would open it up and there's the beautiful, true feeling that I want out of my creativity in my videos. I want my videos to be like butterflies, like the symbolism of growing, of transformation, of all things good and pure and lovely. You know, flowers blooming, bursting from the page. I wanted that. And I don't want to ever like dull that spark and that vibe. So I put this YouTube logo man. I don't know what to call him. YouTube man. He can just be called YouTube man. I put YouTube man on the front of this card along with some other stickers. Again, stickers that I don't like because they're kind of poor quality, so I've just never touched them. But they say poison and like, don't drink this is poison, this is bad for you. But this guy is pointing at it almost as if it's YouTube and the algorithm saying, yes, drink the poison, let me poison your brain and your creativity and your mind, let me consume your thoughts, let me try and make you think that you're not doing it correctly, you haven't got the correct thumbnails, you haven't got the correct titles, you haven't got viewer engagement down. Like that kind of like temptation vibe is like pointing at the poison bottle saying, yeah, drink it. And that's what I'm against. I'm trying to go against that. So yeah, there he is. There's my little guy. I gave him some eyes. I don't know why I gave him some eyes. because again, I'm trying to do the opposite of what I wanted in the moment. So I was like giving him some eyes and a hat, a little top hat. How ridiculous is that? How cheesy is that? And then I was like, well, if that's what I'm thinking, then I'm afraid that's what I'm going to have to do, isn't it? If I don't like the idea, it's going to happen. So I've now put a top hat on this guy. And he's my little character. And he's actually kind of cute. I won't lie. He's kind of cute. I was still pretty unhappy with it though. Like looking back at it now, I actually like the page a lot. It's just at the time of doing it and making it, I hated everything I was doing. It was so against what I wanted, and I was just like, ugh. The whole way through I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Haven't got a clue. But yeah, I had a teeny weeny bit of space left underneath the butterflies, so I thought I'd add a nice little quote that I found. The screen is too small for me to see what it says, but it's something along the lines of she loves the sound of rainstorms and things like that, and everything that has a soul. And I just thought that quote really suited what I was trying to go for on that inside of that fold out. So yeah, I kept that kind of basic on the inside because the card with the butterflies and flowers just bursting out, that kind of speaks for itself. You don't really need to add anything to that. Now this bit of paper, I've been holding on to this because it's a random tattoo, a transfer tattoo that I put on a piece of random paper, and it turned out really nice. And I was like, I really didn't want to use it for anything because I've just like, I don't want to ruin it. And then other things like these teddy bears, you can see the teddy bear one, like the childish stuff that I didn't want to use, and then lots of different papers that I've just said no to in the past for various reasons. So you can see me there, I'm like, I want to use the entire thing as a background, and then I'm like, I have second thoughts, and I'm like, actually, like, I'm trying to be all perfect right now and be like, I'm gonna do full backgrounds, and then I'm just like, nope, no, I'm gonna rip everything up. I'm gonna rip it all up. I'm just gonna create a right mess. So I get busy ripping up loads of bits of paper. And you can see I'm avoiding my favourite one. I'm like, yeah, sure, the brown tissue paper can just get ripped up, and I don't care about all the other stuff. And then I'm just avoiding that flower newspaper one with dear life. And then I decide, I see what I'm doing, and I'm like, okay. You can see my hands, I'm like, no. And I'm like, ah. And I rip it in half. And I destroyed it. And let me tell you, that was painful. That was painful to do. Because I've been holding on to that little piece of paper for so long, thinking one day I'm going to use it for something really cool, and it's going to look really cool and good. And then, no, not anymore. It's ripped up now. It's ruined. It's destroyed. So after that heartbreak, I kept on ripping paper because I wanted a little bit of colour. Because I was going a bit back into my old style of no colour anywhere. So I thought, yeah, okay, I'll add the pink into it. Why not? Add a bit of colour. And then I had a load of scrap paper ripped up, and I was like, okay, I'm going to use those to make a background. Now, I intentionally chose my least favourite page in the book itself as well. So a really wonky page that's like smaller than the others, and it's kind of wrinkly and like misshapen, and it's like it's a page that I keep on missing out so that I don't have to make anything on it. So again, everything was very intentionally done, intentionally chosen. Everything's kind of the opposite to what I would normally want to do. So yeah, I'm just at this moment, I am really properly spontaneously just at this point I have no clue what I'm actually trying to do. Like, I don't have anything in my head now other than I'm just making a mess for the sake of it. So I'm just sticking random pieces down in no particular order. I knew that I needed some sort of background, like I do with all my different pages. So I knew I needed some sort of canvas to work on, and the ripped paper was all I could think of at that time. But yeah, going back to the subject at hand while I'm doing this, like, I've heard so many people on YouTube recently and TikTok and kind of everywhere, to be honest. Like, I keep hearing it getting mentioned. The people having this feeling of hobbies are not what they used to be, because social media's kind of taken over hobbies and turned them into a bit of a competition type thing, I want to say, or like a comparison thing. Everybody's always trying to outdo each other all the time. Like, even in witchcraft, like, you know, you see all the videos on TikTok, YouTube, wherever, and it's all this super aesthetically pleasing, like, perfect, like, really cool looking witchcraft. And most of it is for show, if you know what I mean. It's like for show. It's like showing off rather than showing what real witchcraft is. And it's the same with books of shadows or journals, things like that. It's people make the most, like, don't get me wrong, people make the most beautiful things, and I'm just like, wow, the talent is unbelievable. But then at the same time, I'm like, I feel sorry for anyone else who watches that and then gets really disappointed because they can't do that for whatever reason, or they're not particularly creative but they still want to have a book of shadows. And like, I'm creative, obviously. I like making art, so I've got that bit of skill, if I don't say so myself. But I don't want people to look at my book of shadows and my videos and then just get really, like, disappointed and be like, why can't I do that? I want to kind of prove that for a book of shadows, you don't need to have it be what people tell you that it should be or what you think it should be. Like, because I've been doing nothing but Sabbath videos. It's just, that's how it's turned out. It's been like, this book of shadows is a Sabbath book of shadows at this point. But I wanted to prove, not only to myself, but to everyone else who stumbles on this, that you don't have to do witchy stuff inside your book of shadows. It doesn't have to be a page about a certain witchy subject matter. If you want to just do some random doodles that mean nothing, they're just you being creative for the sake of being creative, then go right ahead, do it. You don't need your book of shadows to look a certain way or have consistency throughout or have a structure or a theme or have it look like these beautiful pieces of artwork that people show off a lot. It doesn't, like, it's your book of shadows. You do what you want to do, whatever feels good for you in the moment. And even if it's just like what I'm doing now, and it's like an experimental page where you're just like, I'm gonna do the opposite of what I would normally do and then see what happens as a result of that. I'm gonna try this method of creating something because I've never tried it before, and you never know, it might be a fun thing to do. And then even if the page ends up looking rubbish, if you enjoyed making it, then that's all that really matters. It's all about the fun. It's all about the intention, not so much the trying to get it all perfect. I'm so brain fogged. I hope that made sense. I'm literally just talking into a cloud right now because I'm so brain fogged. I hope did that make sense? I've forgotten what I've even said. But yeah, this bit was, I hated this. I really hated this. Yeah, I had super strong coffee at the ready and a little paintbrush, and my plan was to just make a mess. You can see by my reaction, I'm just like, no, I really don't want to. And look at that, I'm just the teeniest little bit of coffee, and I'm just like, that's not gonna cut it. I need splashes. I need some proper, get some splashes on there. Go on. that is a bit pathetic. I'm not gonna, that's come on now, that's not a mess. That's not a mess, that's just a few speckles of coffee. I tried. But yeah, then I'm like, okay, this is not quite what I was going for. I'm gonna make a bit more of a mess. And I do come back later with even more coffee because I'm like, nah, I need to make it even more of a mess. So I was originally going to stick this in and have done with it kind of deal, but I thought I wanted to add a bit more to it, a bit more detail and a bit more symbolism and stuff like that. So I decided to try and attach it so that it was more loose, which I really struggled with. I could not get this hole puncher to work. Could not get it to work. And I got quite mad, if I recall correctly. Got pretty mad. Because again, you see, my perfectionist was telling me, why is it such a mess? But yeah, poke a little hole through there and then I can attach it so that it can just kind of loosely be there. That was the idea. Steal yet another piece of ribbon from another tag. Oh yeah, I wanted to keep the tag. I remember that. I wanted to keep the tag because I was like, all my other pages have tags on them, so I must have a tag. So naturally, I got rid of the tag. Eventually. Because I was like, hang on a minute, I'm falling back into the same pattern. Because no, not every page has to have a tag, okay? Plus it didn't work. It didn't really work with what I was trying to do anyway, so I got rid of it. Now what am I doing? Oh right, yeah. So when I realised I wasn't going to stick this thing directly onto the page, I was like, I must go onto the back then and do something for the back of it. which was a good idea because I finally got to get down to a bit more of the meaning of this page a bit more. Now I grabbed these ones, again quite low quality stickers that I've never touched because why would I? It's a circus, I don't use circus theme stuff ever. But then I thought to myself, well, isn't this whole thing just like a giant circus anyway? Like social media in general, isn't it just like literally we're performing all the time on different platforms? And we're kind of like the clowns, you know? Posting things every single day even. People posting what they had for lunch, you know, like everything has to be like documented online now, and we're always looking for that external validation as well. So that's where the clowns come in to the equation. That was my thinking behind adding the clowns. And yeah, they were very low quality stickers, so I had to kind of force them down a bit. And yeah, now I'm debating about this teddy bear. I was like, it was the last thing I wanted to add was a childish teddy bear. Don't get me wrong, the bear's, it's cute, it's a cute bear. It's a cute bear. I got nothing against the cute bear, it's cute, but it felt so wrong to add. Because I don't like adding childish things. I try to steer away from childish things, and then that's when I thought, hang on a minute, I actually want to be more childlike. I want to get that childhood creativity back, where mistakes weren't seen as failures, you know? I wanted to get that childhood innocence back. And so that's why I added the little cute teddy bear just peeping over the edge there. It's like it's looking down, judging the clowns, going, "Oi, what are you doing?" Of course my shiny pen came out, and I wanted silver, so I went for gold. Those of you who know, you know that I would much rather have the silver shiny pen, but no. It was actually really hard to do the opposite of what I wanted to do. It was quite interesting exercise actually, I recommend it. So again, more stickers that I've just never used because I don't really like them that much, to be honest. Just don't like them. So had to go in. And I was going to put it nice and perfectly like in position, and I thought, nope, it's going to be lopsided. My OCD was like, uh-oh. And then I just kind of half-arsedly plonked some stickers down and stuff. I was trying to be messy, which was just so difficult. And now I'm trying to think about what to write, because I do like a good quote. So after a bit of thinking, I was like, what could this page say to kind of summarize what I'm trying to get across? And I went with, if my memory serves me, just let my brain catch up for a second. What was it? What did we put? We put, it was may this page confuse the algorithm and light my soul. That's what I went with, I think. I'll confirm it in a second when I've gone over it in my black pen. Yes, may this page confuse the algorithm, I believe I put. And I was trying to write in a rough way instead of a perfect way as well, but it didn't really turn out like that. I still ended up with my swirly whirly curly handwriting. May this page confuse the algorithm and light my soul. Kind of a callback to the quote inside of the card that says she loved everything that had a soul. And then I got this pen out, a sparkly pink pen, but it's a pink that I don't like. And I put a love heart and some stars on it because it's just not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to do it. I ruined it. Like when I did that, I was like instantly ruined. And then I was like, well, that was the point, so yeah. I was like little pink love hearts and stuff. I was like, ugh. I was like, ugh, gonna throw up any second. But that was the point, so there you go. That's the back of the card. Done. So now we're attaching it, finally. So yeah, I got rid of the tag and just used the string instead. Loosely attached it. And just left the string, because I've done that on a lot of stuff anyway. Just kind of loosely attached like that. So you've got one side and the other side. I love that YouTube guy, actually. The more I'm looking at him, the more I'm like, I actually kind of like you. Even though I'm supposed to not like you, I actually do like you. The little teddy bear. So much for my, aesthetic. So much for that. There was a little leftover butterfly that fell off, so I was like, yeah, you're going in there. Just gonna plonk you at the top right there. And then I believe, yes, yeah. I did have a tag because I realised that my hole punching skills from earlier were unacceptable. And it was going to rip through the page like so easily, so I had to kind of secure it a bit more. So I added this extra layer using this other tag, just so that the hole doesn't get destroyed, because it was already kind of ripping and stuff, and I was like, uh-oh, it's going to fall off. So yeah, I did that to secure it down a bit more. Because okay, you could argue, hang on a minute, you're supposed to do the opposite. Let things be ruined, but no, I couldn't let that one go. I had to make sure that it was a mess but intact, and that it would stay put, So yeah, that just secured it a bit more, so I could put that back through. But then because of the tag now added, I had another idea which made it even better, which was good. So it turned out being good in the end. A good move from me. Everything was so fiddly. It took me so long to make this page. Way longer than it should. There we go. Now we're secure. And we can move on to the next thing. What a way to add that sticker had a cool entrance. It was just like, boom, I'm here. Yeah, so this is a sticker that I found just cheesy. I hate it. But then because I had coffee already all over, I was like, this'll work. Why not? Took me forever to get that off. But yeah, I put that there, and I think it says like iced or hot. I like it a lot. I'll drink coffee till I rot. Yeah. Cheesy as hell. So of course it goes in the page. And then I'm back with the coffee. I'm back and I'm like, okay, coffee part 2. Coffee stain part 2. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's actually try to be messy this time. And that was not messy. So there we go. Now we're talking. That's more like it. Yeah. And then it went on the other side and I was like, screw it then. I'm going to put it everywhere. It's not the best method. I think I could have come up with a much better way of doing that, but oh well. So yeah, then I had some big coffee stains, and then I have a feeling my head is going to make a cameo any second. Because yeah, there you go, my head's made a cameo, you're welcome. The top of my head, the debut for the top of my head. Yeah, so to make even more of a mess, I blew onto it to kind of make it even more messy. And there you go, boom, with the power of editing, it is dry. Only took what, like an hour to dry? Ugh. But yes, this is when I had another idea. I go into my pens and I get my green pen out, which I don't think I've ever used. Because why would I? It's green. But yeah, the algorithm reminded me of binary code. And then the code numbers kind of reminded me of angel numbers, kind of, sort of, not really. Did I tell you I didn't have a plan? And this is all just improvised. So yeah, I had an idea to make this sort of computer code just all throughout the tag, the same number repeated again and again and again. But not just any number. No, not just any number. It's 00101110. I'll say that again. Go Google it. 00101110. And the significance behind that is that it's supposed to be a number, a code number that breaks you out of the matrix. Yeah. It's like the ultimate code to like break you from reality and awaken you, you know, like proper like, yeah. Google it, it's very interesting actually. And so I wanted to repeat that number. So at first glance, it just looks like your typical kind of computer screen, glitchy, whatever. But then the actual number itself is the opposite. It's breaking out of the matrix. It's breaking out of the system. It's like the ultimate glitch code to escape reality. Yeah. It's also a little hidden Easter egg type thing for those who watch my Minecraft series. But that's kind of irrelevant, but also kind of cool that I managed to get a little reference in there. So then I added this sticker, a coffin, because I thought in my head I was like, yeah, social media, the algorithm, this is where creativity goes to die. Sorry, that was so like, that was blunt. That was very blunt, but yeah. True. Am I wrong? You tell me. What do you think? What are your thoughts about this? Anyway, now I'm breaking into some dies, some stamp dies, which again I never use because they're so messy. Why would I? They're so messy, and I did not know what I was doing at this point. I was so scared to even, and I was just like, no, go for it, just do it, make a mess. So yeah, I just got some red dye and started making a mess all along the sort of, I think I do like all around the edge, like all the way around. So it kind of turns into like a border of a kind of, sort of. Yeah, now I'm off on one. Look at that. Now that I've got over the fear of the mess, I'm now just like, yeah, die, get it, yeah. And I'm like, more, give me more. I'm gonna do it on all over the entire thing, yeah. Look at me making a mess and not caring about it, yay. So yeah, I just splattered a load of red dye on there. And for some reason couldn't stop. I was kind of, like I say, I was having fun for a change. Making a mess was fun. And then I think I still couldn't get enough of it, and I was like, I think I go for the yellow one as well. I'm like, is that enough dyeing? No, it's not. I need more. Let's get some bright yellow in here too. Why not? We've come this far. But you know what? I actually love this effect. Like, I was supposed to make a mess, but it actually made the page 1,000,000 times better. Do you agree? Do you like it? I love it. It's like I like unintentionally made it look aged and nice, which was, yeah, not my intention. Like, it's legit a technique I might do again for like another page, because I was well happy with that after that. I was like, oh, that actually looks pretty. Yes, I've had this for forever. And it just says, I'm not trying to look cute. I don't know why. Why did I keep that? I've no idea. But I wouldn't touch it. Nope. And then I realised, ooh, I know what I can do. I know what I can do with these letters. And so I very painstakingly cut out the individual letters with my teeny weeny scissors. My little scissors, those scissors are lifesavers. Thank you, Temu, for those little scissors. But yeah, this was a right pain to do. But I wanted each individual letter cut out. And that's what I wanted to say. The opposite of what my achiever wants me to say. I'm not trying. I'm not trying. I'm not trying. I swear, I promise, I'm not trying. I'm not trying. Ah. I'm not trying. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to just have those words just, I'm not trying. Because you know what? I am kind of getting sick and tired of trying. Does that make any sense whatsoever? You know what I mean, right? You know when you're just tired of trying all the time? I feel like all I ever do is try. And sometimes I just want to not try, you know? I've left the real time non-sped up here because look how annoying this is. How fiddly this was. It's painful. It's painful to watch. I just... these letters. Oh dear. That explains why it took so long. Anyway, speed it up again. If you can hear plinging, it's because my bestie is messaging me right now. Will you shush? I'm recording. Sorry, Hannah. I love you. I love you. But yeah, also, my thought process behind this. I'm so brain fogged today. I keep forgetting what I've been saying and then I like repeat myself. I hope I've not been... It doesn't matter. Keep going. Keep going. It's fine. I'm not recording all this again. Nah. I haven't got the energy for that, so we're getting what we get. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so I'm not trying. It also kind of reminded me about, like, it's almost a bit like, what's the word? Manifestation vibes. Because you know when, it's like, you know that thing where people used to like, or I don't know if they still say it or not, but when people go, I woke up like this, and they've got like a full face of makeup and hair done and all that, and it's like, I woke up like this, I'm not even trying. It was that vibe. I was going for that vibe as well. It's kind of, I'm saying, like, more in a spiritual sense, I'm not trying. I'm not even trying. I just make things. This is what I do. It all comes natural to me. I'm not even trying. I'm not even trying. I'm not trying to get views. Are you kidding? I'm not trying. What a lie. What a lie that is. But that's the vibe I was going for. I just wanted it really obviously just right there in the open, so that when I open the book and it's just, I'm not trying, my inner achiever can squirm. my inner achiever can just be like, how very dare you? What do you mean you're not trying? And then I can just be like, ha 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 ha. In your face, achiever. I am talking so much rubbish today. I just really wanted to get this done, this voiceover. And yet again, even though I didn't really have a plan in my head of what to make, and I just gathered a load of scraps and then a few intentional like bits that I don't want to use, and then was like, okay, brain, let's make something out of all these things that don't really go together. To say I did that and I somehow ended up with this, not bad. Not bad at all. I'm not trying. I'm not trying, says the person who took about 2 days to make this entire page. I think that might be it. I think this is the end. I believe it is. I don't think I added anything else. I think that's it. That's the end. Yeah! So there we have it. Oh yeah, thumbnail time. There we have it. So I hope that you understood. If anyone's still even here, which I highly doubt it, but if anybody's still here at this point in time, let me know that you're still here, and also let me know what you think about that particular topic, about how social media has kind of taken over creativity and hobbies and things like that, and turned it into this perfectionist kind of competitive space, and it's all about numbers now, and it's all about that external validation when it just should not be. I'd like to know what people think about that, whether it's just me or am I actually making sense for a change. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with how this page turned out in the end, and I'm actually really happy that I tried this to do something a bit different, I guess. Like a not typical Book of Shadows page, to kind of prove a point to myself and to those watching, anyone who stumbles across this. I'm hoping it'll make you feel a bit more freer to do whatever you want in your own book, because that's how it should be. It doesn't have to be like all the others. And that's that. I'm gonna leave now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye now.